Kansas City on the road at Buffalo in our game of the week. 2.5 in favor of Buffalo at home. 45.5 all the way to 46.5 is our total here in this one. Mo, I'm not going to say I disagree with the line. What I will say though is that like I'm very worried though that we already know Keon Coleman's out, and then Amari Cooper is just doing the whole hopeful thing to play. He was hopeful for the last 2 weeks and didn't play. Buffalo against other teams can get away with that. I just don't know if they can get away with that against Kansas City. So like, I don't know, man. I just, to me, I don't know why there's so much this love right now for Buffalo out there with, it's like, oh, okay, then who the hell is Josh? I get he's Superman, but who the hell is he going to throw the ball to?
Yeah, it's weird. Like, I own Cooper in one league, and when he initially got hurt, it did not sound like it was going to be a long-term thing, and we're like verging on he could have been on IR almost, like one more week. So I'm surprised that he hasn't come back. Obviously, losing Dalton Kincaid, I think that's pretty big here. Yeah. One of the few weaknesses in this Chiefs defense has been an inability to cover tight ends. They have been burned several times. I think he would have been a big asset here. Dawson Knox, a significant step down. He is a player, though, that Josh Allen trusts. That is maybe a place I would look for props this week. Dawson Knox,
that's a good
anytime
look.
Touchdown was around plus 260. I don't think that's the worst. It's probably a bit lower now because Kincaid's confirmed to be out. But maybe it didn't move. I think he was never expected to play, so maybe it didn't move. But that's one place I would look. But it sounds like you and I are kind of leaning the same direction. I'm not going to play this one, but I do think maybe the Chiefs are the side. The initial line was Chiefs favored. I was surprised by that, but I think some of it is just the Sharp community just gets up in arms with these lucky teams that, like the Vikings a couple years ago that are outperforming their point differential. And in some cases, it's warranted. We saw the Vikings go out there and take a dump in the playoffs and get beat by a pretty weak Giants team. But this is the Chiefs, man. They have a true talent for winning close games. We know this. It's been happening for years. I mean, why would anyone expect anything different? Yeah, I'm baffled by this.
Yeah, I know. I think I'm just going to play Kansas City on the money line, actually, maybe when it's all said and done, and just assume they're going to win the game. I mean, and as you mentioned, so yeah, Dawson Knox prop sitting at 25.5 yards, and Kansas City's been giving up 73.5 yards per game to the tight end position. And I understand Dawson Knox is not the greatest guy there, but as you mentioned, I mean, he's been there for a long time. Josh Allen and him have a rapport. We're asking for 26 yards out of the dude. Probably a pretty good look right there in this one. But yeah, I just don't. I love Josh Allen as much as the next guy. I think he's amazing. But again, at some point, when you're playing elite teams, you do need help. You do need people around you. And like, there's a decent chance. Again, like we've heard this whole hopeful that Amari Cooper's going to play thing for 2 weeks now, and he's not played. And even if he does play, Mo, I mean, like I don't have super confidence in him getting, the full workload and or being able to continue and play the entire game either. So like, yeah, I don't know. I don't get this line. This seems like weird to me, and then when it seems weird to me, maybe it's a trap. But I don't know. It'd be Kansas City for me for sure.
Yeah, there's a concern here for the Bills, especially in the sense of the way the Chiefs like to play defense, which is they do like to play a lot of man. They do like to blitz. They do like to challenge your receivers. And we saw the Texans absolutely destroy this Bills offense with that strategy earlier this season. So I could see the Chiefs having a lot of success there. But this is also, you just have to be scared of the fact that, like, the Bills have wanted to win this game for 6 years. and they get beat again last year on their home field. Dude, they've probably, again, been planning for this game for 6 months. And the Chiefs can afford to drop this game. They can afford to drop multiple games. So, I don't know. I'm not saying we're going to see definitely a flat performance from the Chiefs, but the Bills need this game way more than the Chiefs do if they want to have any hope of a top seed in the AFC.